what happens when AI decides what an Australian looks like? Spoiler, it's not great. A new study from Curtin University reported in The Conversation tested a number of AI image generators, and the results, almost 700 images of so-called Australiana, where the depictions were racist, lazy, and all stuck in tired cliches. White surfers, red dirt, outback stereotypes, Aboriginal families shown in grass huts. Not a single example that reflects the real, modern, diverse Australia that we actually live in. And this isn't a glitch, it's what happens when AI is trained on biased data. It repeats what it sees most: colonial cliches, stock images sourced for overseas markets, internet stereotypes. Without active debiasing, these systems aren't just inaccurate, they're harmful and they erase nuance. And you can see the danger playing out in things like the so-called March for Australia that's happening today, where a narrow whitewashed identity gets paraded as the real Australia. And as I've said in my last post, when it comes to copyright and training data, if we don't ring fence and rebalance the information, we'll lose more than just ownership. We'll lose our cultural identity. We reinforce misrepresentation, and this study proves it's already well underway. So how do we fix it? First, audit the data, who's represented and how. Then curate, add authentic examples, and drop the harmful stuff. Train smarter, reweight underrepresented groups, use counterfactuals, and don't just let stereotypes dominate. Add guardrails, for example, bias detectors, transparency, even weighted assumptions around diversity. Most importantly, respect data sovereignty. Communities have the right to say how their culture is used and represented, or if it's used at all. Bias can't be erased, it can only be managed. But if we ignore it, AI will flatten culture into the cliche that we are seeing right now. Absence will lead to someone else owning that narrative. If anyone tells you that AI is objective, they aren't worth listening to.